Do you want to make a lot of money but lack experience in business? There's a way out. Buy a machine. Currently, there's such a variety of production machines available that you can simply plug into an outlet and start earning your first money. I will tell you about the most interesting and promising options that are suitable for absolutely anyone without huge investments and, most importantly, without risks. And at the end, there will be a machine that can only be called a money printing machine. Watch until the end if you want to fill your pockets. A very promising option for people with any budget. Around the world, there's a trend towards healthy eating, farm and craft products. You can start with amateur models or buy a real workshop capable of producing tons of different cheese varieties. There's a steady demand for both large stores and the private sector. You can distribute products through social networks. The main thing is to take beautiful photos and emphasize the quality of the raw materials. This will allow you to raise the price several times. Statistics show that hard cheeses remain the most in demand worldwide, so it is best to start production with them. This business is great for farmers, especially if they have their own farm, which significantly reduces production material costs. However, practice shows that city dwellers also cope well with this, buying the necessary materials in bulk from farmers. As for space, of course you can't make cheese in a garage, but a huge room is not needed either. To produce about 22 pounds of product per day, you need no more than 130 square feet. Therefore, rental expenses will not be critical. And if you want something more serious, why not start making fasteners? Buy a cold heading machine. Why? This is truly a grown-up and high-margin business with a wide range of opportunities. Yes, currently in large cities where there are construction hypermarkets, it is difficult to compete due to people's habit of shopping in one place. However, there are many sales channels, including construction firms, crews, private clients, small construction stores, and others. With persistence and the ability to maintain competitive prices, you can find regular customers for your product. This is key for small productions of such a demanded product. One of the main components will be a machine for producing screws. It is quite simple to find on the market. Moreover, there are many variations from different manufacturers. They differ in power and the ability to produce a certain amount of product per hour. For a budding entrepreneur, it's worth starting with an affordable machine. Prices for them start at $20,000 to $30,000, but you can consider the secondary market if you understand the equipment. However, once you manage to find a regular customer base and start making a net profit, you can consider purchasing more productive equipment, making a full-fledged workshop. And in addition to screws, don't forget about nails. Most countries import them from China. The situation is the same as with the cold heading machine for screws, only the equipment is even cheaper. Furniture factories snatch up quality products, not to mention construction sites where you can always negotiate. A nail-making machine is a virtually foolproof option, and you can buy it for just $20 to $100, placing it in a small garage if you don't want to immediately pay rent for a production facility. Agriculture is actively developing worldwide, so the production of compound feed is a real gold mine. It can help you make money year after year, as compound feed is eaten not only by livestock, but also by high-margin pet food for chinchillas, hamsters and rats, which are in every second family. Just make eco-friendly packaging and label it as the healthiest feed. During the harvest season, buy raw materials from farmers at throwaway prices, and by the end, start selling the compound feed creaming off the market. The cost of equipment ranges from $1,000 to $2,000, but these investments are relatively easy to recoup. You're probably aware that the era of 3D printers has been here for a while. They're even used for printing human organs now. But as these technologies are still evolving and not yet widespread, an aspiring entrepreneur might think of something simpler. For instance, producing sweets using 3D technology. Machines for making sweet delicacies in stunning geometric shapes can be easily sourced from the Chinese market. The fact that this is still an unusual novelty in the global market offers an opportunity to quickly find buyers for your products. Particularly confectioners trying to surprise clients with unconventional decor will be interested. After all, what's more celebratory than a bride's bust on a wedding cake? Woodworking production practically guarantees good profits, considering the demand for wooden materials in construction, which is comparable to the use of bricks or blocks. Many companies in the market engage in constructing wooden structures. Additionally, there's significant demand from end consumers for wooden materials for repairs or their construction projects. The equipment is quite affordable. Starting even with a basic sawmill, you can gradually buy other machines, turning your mini business into a real carpentry workshop with huge margins. However, it's crucial to plan your production setup in advance, especially in terms of space. Such bulky material requires significant storage space with necessary amenities. Just don't rush. It's important to thoroughly research the issue or consult with professionals if you're not an expert in this field. Also consider various types of sawmills: disc, band and frame. Your choice will depend on your production goals. Oil presses are specialized machines designed to extract vegetable oil from seeds and stones. They use various raw materials for oil production: sunflower, cotton, soy, safflower, rapeseed, olives, palms, coconuts, and various nuts like peanuts, beech nuts, pine nuts, almonds, sesame, and walnuts. Additionally, oil producers actively process food production waste like cereal germs, seeds from apricots, plums, peaches, pumpkins, grapes, and more. The produced oil finds wide application in the food industry, pharmaceuticals, perfumery, and various technical fields. You can work with organic cosmetics manufacturers or healthy food stores. The business is very profitable and the machine is really affordable. Processing foam represents a promising direction for a first business based on a single machine. Foam is used to create a variety of decorative elements, products for pipe insulation, forms for concrete pouring, packaging elements, moldings, and more. Foam is an accessible, versatile, and pliable material. Due to its light weight, voluminous foam figures and letters can be easily fixed to walls and quickly replaced if necessary. However, it's difficult to neatly cut foam with a regular saw or grinder, as it may lead to material crumbling. Therefore, to start production, especially making 3D parts of complex configurations, a specialized CNC foam cutting machine is necessary. If you're looking for something innovative where the machine works entirely for you, then a robot bartender is an excellent choice. You essentially get an automated point that will attract people simply by its existence. It's not necessary to prepare alcoholic beverages. You can also entertain children at various events. For example, the Barcy's robot bartender, equipped with a holder for 5 bottles, is available for under $1,000. The more advanced bar robot, capable of controlling 12 bottles and mixing drinks in the right proportions upon order, may cost around $6,500. This robot can prepare both simple and complex cocktails, providing up to 100 servings per load. Users can remotely order cocktails through this device, saving money on hiring staff for their events. Now, a simple and quite budget-friendly machine that even a school kid could afford – a CNC Engraving Machine. You can apply engravings just by uploading an image from a computer. The laser engraver does everything for you. Prices for such machines start from a couple of $100, mostly depending on the working area and engraving precision. With quite modest investments, we can start producing souvenir products, touch the corporate sector, engage in engraving on laptop keyboards, not to mention jewelry and souvenir products. Tumbling drums are equipment used for polishing and restoration services for car wheels. The drum contains abrasive material that performs the entire polishing process automatically. The choice of abrasive composition and granularity depends on the specific polishing task. The cost of Chinese equipment for these purposes starts at $3,000, with an average service charge of about $50 for 4 wheels. This business can pay off in just about 6 months, even with a small number of clients. Who doesn't love dumplings? The making and boiling process is quite simple from a technological standpoint. There's a wide range of machines for molding, allowing to automate this process in various sizes, powers, and productivity, starting from more affordable manual mechanisms for home use, costing from $20 to $40, which can quickly prepare dumplings for 2 or 3 servings, to complex production lines capable of producing hundreds of kilograms of dumplings per hour. But even if dumplings are quickly molded by hand or using automated devices, they won't cook themselves. Therefore, if you're thinking about opening a small street food-style eatery, you can purchase an automatic dumpling boiling machine. It turns out that we produce and sell directly to the end customer. In such cases, the profit margin skyrockets. Another fail-safe option is to buy an embroidery machine. They vary from budget home solutions to real production lines capable of embroidering on a dozen items simultaneously. It all depends on your need and budget. Clients will be both private fashion enthusiasts who want a beautiful picture on their favorite sweatshirt, as well as the corporate sector. You can make emblems, logos, and specific merchandise, which allows taking a large volume of typical orders at once if you're not too creative for high fashion. The machine itself will cost from $500, but more or less quality options start from $1,500, if we're talking about business, not home embroidery. Given the various diseases that have shaken the world in recent years, why not set up a relevant business? Making shoe covers doesn't require significant capital investment or costly manual labor. For this process, you'll need granulated polyethylene and consumables like spunbond and elastics. Chinese machines for making shoe covers have high productivity and are relatively affordable, making the purchase of such equipment for shoe cover production a very profitable option for entrepreneurs. The price of these machines varies based on their performance and modifications, ranging from $7,000 to $15,000. Masks have a similar story, only the machine itself is practically half as cheap. You can sell the products through government contracts or simply to private clinics. Shoe covers are also often needed in sports clubs, which save on cleaning. Now, a business for those who love tasty treats and frothy beverages. To make dried fruits or meat chips, you can select equipment for any budget and needs, starting from small combines allowing you to open a small home production, to various complexes tailored for large enterprises. The cost of drying equipment varies greatly based on performance and functionality. If we're not talking about large-scale production, but rather about satisfying the demand of a few dried fruit stores or a point for selling men's treats, then a very modest budget of $1,500 will be sufficient. The need for split firewood among the population remains high. In many countries, there are still numerous private houses using stove heating. But don't think that firewood is only for the needy. There's a growing trend towards eco-friendly relaxation. Recreation bases specifically install wooden tubs for spa procedures or make cozy houses with fireplaces. Parallel to this, the private sector is actively developing. This guarantees stable prospects for developing a business in firewood splitting. The operator must perform several main tasks: saw tree trunks, split them into logs using special machine, and then package the logs in nets or other packaging. For this work, you can use a stationary machine with an electro-hydraulic drive, which is installed in a garage or a special workshop. You can distribute advertisements in the private sector or call recreation-based databases to assess demand and market prices before investing in equipment. And now a very promising niche I promised at the beginning, where with just one device you can make really good money. There's a growing demand for creating unique designs in interiors among both private clients and commercial organizations. Vertical printers have been developed to create wall prints without needing artistic education. The cost of applying a print with vertical printers is usually less than $3, while the selling price of a print can be 20 times higher, still being more affordable than the prices of some artists. Moreover, the printing speed is measured in hours, not days or weeks, and doesn't depend on the artist's inspiration. Printing is possible in various materials: plaster, metal, ceramics, brick, concrete, fabric, leather, wood, and glass. Printing services on walls are ordered by private kindergartens, clubs, dining establishments, offices, public spaces, and also owners of premises with children's corners and areas. The most affordable Chinese printers can cost from $3,000 to $4,000. Draw your conclusions. The payback here is simply lightning fast. You don't have to be an engineer to set up a full-scale production and start earning on it. Thank you for watching.